Hey, it's midnight. I'm slightly delirious. Just got back. Oh my God, so many things. Just got back from dinner. Been thinking a lot about death. So let's talk about death, shall we? Because it's probably the most important topic. Did I just spill? Okay, cool. Lentils are all right. Lentils are fine. Let's talk about death, because this is probably the most important thing to think about, which is like your own mortality. Like, what are you gonna do when you die? Well, I mean, you're not gonna do anything. But how are you gonna feel about what you did? How are you gonna feel about your life? What is it that's gonna come to mind? Because you can't really think about all of it unless, you know, the whole your life flashes before your eyes thing happens. And I don't know. I mean, I hear there's a big drug release. I mean, that'll be cool with all that DMT flowing through your body. But I can't simulate that part of the experience. I can only experience what I would imagine experiencing at my death. Man, I'm taking off lots of clothes. Am I just gonna go all the way? Why not? Y'all like the boobies anyways, so if I'm gonna die, I might as well just do this, you know? People seem to like that. Oh my God. What do we even talk about past midnight? What is going on here? Yeah, death. Do you think about it much? Do you think about your life more? Because I feel like I think about my life more. I think about, what do I want? What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? How am I going to get there? But I mean, you could die. You could die right now. You could die tomorrow. You could die at any time. And suddenly this whole thing that you've been putting a lot of time and effort and energy to is just going to collapse. So where does that bring you right now? When you think about the fact that whatever you're looking towards and whatever you're afraid of, all of these things could just disappear if you die or when you die. So the question is, how can you live with the knowledge that you're going to know that at some point you're going to die and you don't actually have full control over when that happens? Okay, that is probably the most important idea to consider every day when you wake up, because you don't know if you're going to die that day. You don't know if there's going to be a car accident, you're going to have a heart attack, you're going to fall and just slam your face and suddenly just have a freak accident and die. You don't know. This is a Buddhist practice. I was looking at Buddhist morning routines, and one of the parts of the morning routine is the first thing you do when you wake up. You contemplate your own death. You ask yourself, okay, no day, this day is not guaranteed. What would I experience imagining dying? Something in my nose. What would I experience if I were to die today? How would I see the world differently if I really stopped myself from the premise of I'm going to live? Like we kind of sleepwalk through our life, spending most of the time thinking we're going to keep living. So like, you know, oh, I can push that thing down the road, or this thing that's important doesn't really need to happen right now. Have you ever done that to yourself? I know for me, had I have not contemplated my own death, I probably wouldn't have transitioned. That's a pretty big deal. Because I wouldn't be talking to you right now as who I am. I wouldn't have these. I wouldn't have these either, right? And so I think it's important to think about this and to imagine your own mortality. Not in a way to be like scared of life, but to really see what comes up. To see what your self prioritizes for you. We can consciously choose things. Like you can say, okay, today I have to call this person, I have to get this appointment, and I have to talk to so-and-so, and I need to do these things. That's your conscious mind because you're logically putting it all together. But what if you were to just throw that out the door for a second and say, okay, hold on, a car is going to hit me today. And it's actually hitting me right now. What comes up for you if in this imaginative world? Listen to your subconscious. Listen to the part of you that just has this knowing, this speaking. What comes up for you? This past week, I've been practicing this. And the thing that comes up for me is, what effect have I had on the world? And more relevantly or more immediately, did I do the most with what I could with YouTube? Did I do the most with making these videos for you? Have I had any effect on the world beyond me? Have I made it any better? Have you made the world any better today? Maybe in your past week, past month. You probably don't give yourself credit for all of the things that you have made better for the world. You know, it's your metrics. It's how you measure it, how you see things. For me, it's been getting out this Embracing Femininity program, this workshop series, which I just released and it's on my website. It's the first in probably a future set of many things of giving a mental framework, an energetic framework, and also a meditative framework to guide you hand by hand, step by step, not hand by hand, to work through some of these deeper parts of your own repression and get you to the other side of really embracing your femininity. Now, in retrospect, I wish I just did this for all transgender people because it can be used for anyone. And I hope at least someone finds dramatic transformation out of it. I've heard it's pretty deep. It does require a lot of inner work, but I think it's valuable. And I'm glad that I did it. And if I die tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to be okay with the fact that I put that out there and that people can get it. Now, do I want to die tomorrow? No. But I think the worst thing to do is to experience this idea of your death and to regret something. To regret something you didn't do. This comes back to my own trans thing. It's like, I would regret not knowing if I was a woman. It's that simple. That was the single greatest regret I'd ever have looking back at my life in that imaginary scenario. What would your regret be? Would it be that person that you didn't call to say I love you or I forgive you? Will it be the fact that you don't transition? Or will it be that you did transition? Hopefully not. But you never know, you know? Or was it that one chance you didn't take? That one opportunity you didn't follow? Or the fact that you didn't follow up and make yourself a new opportunity? Because that's the thing. This is the last thing I want to mention is opportunity does not strike once. If you think opportunity strikes once, then you're not looking for opportunity. Then you're not taking opportunity. The thing with opportunity is that it constantly is striking. It will constantly give you an opportunity to do something. So when you're thinking about your death, your own mortality, and looking back at the things that you regret, consider this. Consider that maybe you do regret not doing something, but that can teach you how to find opportunity in the next moment and in the next thing. It doesn't come back the same, so you can't say, well, that was the only time I could do that and therefore there is no opportunity. It's rather that shape of the opportunity has changed, but the potential for magic and impact and life and experience is still there. So I hope I've given you something to think about. Your own mortality, a morning practice, thinking about what matters to you, and taking opportunity and thinking about what you can do. This video and all my videos are sponsored by my patrons. Thank you for sponsoring me and supporting me in doing this. It really does help pay for my healthcare bills that insurance won't pay for, invest in stuff for shooting these videos and paying for a website and stuff like that. If you want to check out my book and you can check out my program, those are both there on my website. And those also support me by buying those, so thank you. And yeah, write me below. Let me know what your thoughts are and kind of like, if you have something that you'd like to share, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining me today. Bye.